Woo. Guys, we're here at round 5. I got another pal, so I'm not as lonely anymore. I think Hector sat behind me like 3 of the 5 rounds already here. Anyway, so your last Swiss round is gonna be Terry Hong versus Hayley Aldworth. You know him, you love him, you hate the Zygarde sometimes, and you hate those top spinny side swagger misses. But we've got Hayley on the left side with that Kyurem White Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Duskmane, Necrozma, Toxicroak, and Kartana. And on the right, Terry having that Solgaleo, Incineroar, Zygarde, Whimsicott, Tapu Fini, and Toxicroak. So a couple fun things here. Obviously, Kyurem White is going to be really fun to use against something like a Zygarde because, you know, it does not like those ice type moves, being a part dragon type, and also actually being a ground type, so 4 times as much hates it. But we've also seen Terry pilot Zygarde teams really nicely. If this is the same team he's been running at Dallas, we do know that Solgaleo is that Solgaleo MZ, so also has the potential to knock out Xerneases that aren't on this team right now. So, you know, the side swaggers are going to be really interesting. Place your bets right now. How many side swaggers will Terry miss today? And how important will they be? Probably all really important. I'm still, you know, not over that, but can't really be helped. But anyway, so you've also got the Duskmane, Necrozma, and the Kyurem White on Hayley's side. Hayley has been running some interesting teams, so I'm actually really excited to see that that Kyurem White. Both of them running Toxicroak, so Toxicroak not going to be really good in this matchup because there's no Kyogre's brain to really take advantage of, no water spells to take advantage of, and no water type moves to take advantage of. And also Incineroar being able to help deal some more damage thanks to the dry skin ability on Toxicroak, going to make him more susceptible to those fire type moves. So it'll be fun exactly to see because I feel like Hayley's team is such a good sort of counter to a lot of like normal teams that we see here. Terry leading with the Incineroar and Tapu Fini. So from the get-go we have the Misty Terrain and we have the Intimidate and the Fake Out. And cool, thanks guys, another mirror lead here. I love these so much. Misty Terrain on Terry's side is actually going to be the dominant one that comes out first. However, Hayley's Incineroar is the faster Intimidate as of right now. So is going to be able to potentially actually get the faster Fake Out. So it has to be kind of keep an eye on that one. So if Hayley, actually if they both do the side swagger things, if Hayley can get her Incineroar first and stop Terry's own Tapu Fini, this is a lot of going on here. So Incineroar going first on Hayley's side stops the Incineroar. On Terry's side, Nature's Madness from Terry's Tapu Fini goes going to be faster, is going to connect with the Tapu Fini on Hayley's side, going to get it down to about half its health. Also connects its Nature's Madness. This is cool, guys. I love mirror turns. And also gets Terry's Tapu Fini to about half health as well. So a very good, very identical turn, I guess, for both players. Hayley obviously not taking damage on her Incineroar because her Fake Out went before Terry's Fake Out. So something. So you know, hey, language. Gavin and Jackson are having a fun old time over there. I'm getting distracted by them, but oh well. So anyway, Terry's withdrawing that Incineroar, so it's going to be sending out that Zygarde. So Zygarde can be, you know, out on field here, gets that Misty Seed boost, so gets that +2, and is going to be able to actually another Nature's Madness connecting from Terry's side into that Incineroar, gets it down to half health, and here we are. Nature's Madness is connecting everywhere. What is this? This is the opposite of the last round where Gavin missed all of his sleep powders. And Flare Bits from that Incineroar is going to connect with that Zygarde. Terry's side of the field does literally nothing here, but does activate the power construct for Terry's side. So I guess if you're Terry, you know, you're going to be like, no, this is nice. At least I can get this and get the HP back, get a kind of boost in some of my stats thanks to the complete form. I just realized that the little cells at the bottom glow. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Zygarde's such a nicely designed Pokemon. Don't at me, guys. But yeah, so I mean, Hayley's kind of put herself in a tough position here, not knocking out that Zygarde as fast as possible, because Terry can go for the side swagger now, and you know, go for attacks as much as he can. Goes for the 1000 arrow. There we go. That side swagger does not miss on this one, so there we go. Congrats to you. Terry's gonna be at +2, and no confusion. Obviously, 1000 arrows is gonna be extremely deadly here. He's gonna connect with both Pokemon. Picks up a knockout on the Incineroar. Doesn't quite pick up the knockout on the Tapu Fini, but does activate its potential berry, which there we are, munching on that berry, getting that HP back. gotta have a fun time with it. Gets back to half health, and Icy Wind is going to give Hayley a little bit of speed control. We have seen that her Tapu Fini has been, slower than than Terry's Tapu Fini, so it could hopefully give herself a bit of a speed advantage later on. She did lose that Incineroar, so has to be careful about that. And those are actually the only two Pokemon we've seen so far from either player. Terry Magna switching out his Incineroar to bring in his Zygarde here. So, Hayley could actually bring in that Kyurem White, but actually brings in Kartana instead, so Kartana could take care of that Tapu Fini, stop those speed swips from happening, and that Tapu Fini is in an extremely good range to be able to be knocked out by Hayley's Kartana, so Kartana here could potentially either have that Focus Sash or that Assault Vest. If it has a Focus Sash, it requires just as much investment to taking it out, because you will have to, hit into it twice no matter what. Zygarde, though, is at a scary +2. Is at -1 speed, so Terry does have to kind of consider that at least. Also has a +2, has a plus at least to its special defense as well. So a lot that Terry has to kind of look out for, because that Kartana is going to be a big threat into his team, especially now that he's kind of set up that Zygarde. But we are going to get the withdrawal of the Tapu Fini from Terry's side, going to be bringing in that Solgaleo. So at least Solgaleo is able to make sure that ooh, double switch out actually. So gets rid of not just the +2 to that Zygarde's attack, but also from that Misty Seed boost, so it does get Intimidate into that Kartana, which I think is what he's really hoping for, because you can always try to set up your Zygarde later on. So Leaf Blade goes into Incineroar, and actually there it is, the haze from Tapu Fini. Gonna erase all those status changes, so Kartana is again now at neutral attack, and so that Zygarde in the back would have actually lost all of those stat boosts anyway. So Hayley kind of just saving that to show off for later. So Terry, now being aware of that, at least, is gonna have to know how to deal with that later on, because that Tapu Fini can just put a stop to all of his plans. Kartana going for the attack, so doesn't want to take attacks this turn. Doesn't want to get faked out, which is what Terry's doing with that Incineroar right now. As Icy Wind again now from Hayley's Tapu Fini is gonna make sure that both of Terry's Pokemon are gonna be at -1 speed, and is gonna give herself a little bit of speed control, which actually really helps Terry, because now he's setting up Trick Room, which means his Pokemon are gonna be faster here, especially because Kartana is actually a fast Pokemon. So Speedy Boy is no longer gonna be the fastest one on the field, and Hayley's gonna have to think about her speed tiers now, because she did help give Terry that speed advantage with the Icy Winds a little bit, that -1 stage of speed onto both of them. And so U-turn from Incineroar is going to go into that Kartana. If that Kartana had a sash, it is definitely broken now, and Terry able to kind of pivot into the Pokemon in the back. Still has that, so it's either going to be that Zygarde at the top of the game, probably going to be in the top, maybe the Zygarde actually, in the complete form still. And then Nature's Madness from Tapu Fini is going to connect with that Solgaleo, so is going to be able to get it to half health here, as now we've got, oh, is that the Z move? Cool. So this is going to be another thing we have to take out from the video. So I'm just going to sit here and talk about, I don't know. I've been eating too many cookies and now my tummy hurts, so I'm kind of sad about that. Jackson and Gavin climbed it down, which means I guess the match is getting really intense. So, I don't actually know how much this is going to do to Tapu Fini and all that stuff. So, alright, I like falling asleep. I gotta move it. Oh, pins and needles in my feetsies. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you're staying warm. Have some hot chocolate, etc., etc. Wow. Gosh, that's me so much to Tapu Fini. Bye, Tapu Fini. And it's a critical hit. Okay. There you go. Sacred Sword from Kartana. Gonna go into that Zygarde. It is, wow, that actually did almost nothing at all. So Zygarde comes in very nicely here. Gets rid of the Tapu Fini on Hayley's side, forcing her to bring in her lost Pokemon, which is going to be that Kyurem White. And this will be really interesting to see, because Zygarde is going to be in a really nice range to be taken out by by any sort of ice type move that Kyurem can be carrying. Solgaleo actually with its steel type move could take out that that could do a lot of damage to that Kyurem White. So we've actually got a lot of stuff going on right now, which will be really fun. The Sunseal Strike is going to be really a superpower actually as well. And Zygarde's going to be like, you know what, we're not going to deal with that. Let's bring in Incineroar again, and let's get that Intimidate once more into Kartana. So it is going to be at -1 again, because Haze did erase that earlier -1. So Protect here from Solgaleo is just like, you know what, let's not deal with any of these attacks from these Pokemon here, as Earth Power goes into that Solgaleo spot. So correctly kind of seeing that as Leaf Blade from Kartana Kartana is going to do almost nothing to that Incineroar thanks to that -1. And now Terry has an advantage again of being able to fake out what he wants to. Solgaleo obviously has already consumed the Z move, so won't be able to have that much damage dealing power, but at least, you know, Kartana and this Kira and White are still in pretty good spots, but does go for the protect here, so not gonna try and probably see what Terry's gonna do. Flare Blitz from that Incineroar is gonna go into that Kartana. It is 4 times weak to there, and not exactly the strongest Paper Sword. Does get knocked out on this turn, so by Kartana. A lot of damage here for Terry's Incineroar though, not enough to put in a barrier range, and Steel Strike tries to go into that Kyurem White. So Kyurem White is going to have to carry the rest of its team, and against all of Terry's Pokemon stuff, that's going to be a tough order to serve. But I mean, hey, where there's a will, there's a way, right? And I think Hayley's gonna have to consider if she can do that, or she just wants to forfeit now, because, you know, this Kyurem hasn't really shown anything. But Flare Blitz gonna go in there. It's gonna be super hard because it's part Ice type right now. Super bulky though, and puts that Incineroar at barrage. Also, I guess I'm eating my words, not super effective. Oh, the Dragon typing, right? So Earth Power again now from that Kyurem White, going to go into that Solgaleo, is going to be able to pick up the knockout here, so at least takes care of one of the Pokemon on Terry's team, and we saw that Trick Room has ended, so Kyurem White is going to be able to at least go first that next turn. No more fake out potential here. That Zygarde is still here on the field, but Tapu Fini is going to come back and it's going to be like, you know what, let's see how this goes, because if Terry's Tapu Fini has Icy Wind, it might... Wait, Swagger, Nature's Madness. Yeah, we haven't seen the last 2 moves yet, but I mean, if you've been paying attention to any of Terry's team, and you know, oh my god, Hayley has such a cute avatar, guys. I really like her avatar's outfit and look. That is a good look. But yeah, so I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe Kyurem White could 3-1. It could actually just win against these last 3, but that is never going to come back for later. As we bring in the Zygarde on this turn, Zygarde's still at pretty low health still. So, you know, Hayley has one Pokemon that's at pretty healthy, and Terry has 2 Pokemon that are like at middling health. Light Screen is going to help with that though, as Ice Beam from that Kyurem White is going to go into that Zygarde, picks up the knockout as well. So slowly taking names, this Kyurem White. And actually, I think if Hayley can take care of the Incineroar, and Terry misses a couple Nature's Madness, she actually might be in a spot to be able to win this first game. So this might actually come down to a couple misses and some nice protect call. I mean, if you protect this turn, you burn the fake out, you stop the Nature's Madness. If you have anything that can knock out that Incineroar on this turn and you don't take unnecessary damage, you might actually be in a really nice spot. So I think here you're gonna go for protect on Kyurem and just burn the fake out turn. Yep, so there's a protect. You burn the fake out turn, you burn a Nature's Madness, potentially here. So yeah, there's the fake out, goes into the protect, and there's the heal pulse actually. Ooh, so all 4 moves from Terry's side revealed. But yeah, heal pulse gonna heal up that Incineroar. So Hayley actually has to be. Hayley is gonna have to really invest a lot into getting rid of that Incineroar, because the only attacking move that Terry has on his Tapu Fini is actually Icy Wind. No, I don't actually. Nature's Madness is the only thing he has that actually. Yeah. Ooh, avoid sea attack. Oh my gosh. So Flash Cannon from for that Kyurem White actually going into the Tapu Fini. Interesting. Oh, wants to stop the heal pulses for later. But Flare Blitz is still gonna do a lot. The repel damage isn't gonna be enough to kind of just like stop that. Oof. Yeah. I mean, no burn potential, but if Hayley can, I don't know, crit something. No, even a critical hit won't be enough. I mean, critical hit Earth Power actually might help, because Terry cannot touch this Kyurem White. Yeah, heal pulse again. So I mean, it's got heal pulse, light screen, Nature's Madness, and Swagger. If Hayley can figure that out, and yep, if she can get a critical hit Earth Power, she might actually win. No, that's not gonna happen. She tried. I mean, I actually thought that Kyurem White was gonna be able to bring in this game. So Terry winning that game 1. That was actually pretty close. I was actually pretty surprised by that. That Kyurem White is actually something to be kind of afraid of. So going into game 2, here we go. Trick Room got set up by Solgaleo, which really helped Terry. He tried his best to make the use out of that. But Kyurem White was just like, you know what? Yeah, let's go. I can take names because I've already done a lot of damage to some of your Pokemon. I mean, Kartana, not able to do a lot of damage, but I think just enough that Kyurem White was able to take care of the Pokemon that it needed to. We do know now that Hayley doesn't really have to worry about sort of boosts on Terry's side, and I think that Hayes is clearly meant to deal with Xerneas, like as a Xerneas counter, but it really helps against the Zygarde matchup as well, because the Zygardes, at least, is that Jigglypuff? But at least, you know, you can, I got really distracted by Miguel playing a game, I think. Is that Super Mario? Oh, it is. Is that Toadette? Oh, I really like Toadette, because I like the fact that Super Crowd inspired does that stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, I think both of them hitting Nature's Madnesses a lot was really nice for them. Kyurem White was a little bit more of a threat than I think Terry expected, because it does kind of stop a lot of his Pokemon. The Earth Power and the Ice Beam especially are kind of scary. I think if Hayley can identify the fact that if she gets rid of everything but the Tapu Fini can't hit anything on her team really. So that'll be interesting to see, since Nature's Madness is one of those types of moves. So now it's just a matter of seeing exactly how they both chose to adjust. But we've got this Solgaleo and Tapu Fini actually. So Solgaleo would be really cool to see. But ooh, Duskmane, Necrozma, and Kyurem White. So nobody's pulling back punches here. Tapu Fini, I think, you know, it's a good thing nobody has the move that has the Intimidate ability, because if I was Tapu Fini, I'd definitely be intimidated seeing both of these Pokemon, which I think is really funny. Both of Hayley's restricted are fusions, so that's kind of a neat thing. You know, Solgaleo fused with Necrozma, and Kyurem and Reshiram fused in this one, so that's actually really cool. She's got the 2 fusion restricted, so that's so awesome. I love things like this. But yeah, so no fake outs at all actually on either side of the field, so we're just going straight for damage here from the get-go. This is definitely not terrifying at all, guys. But we've got the potential for the side swaggers. We've got the Steelium Z, which can, you know, which will do a lot of damage if that side swagger connects. And Terry has the ability for those what's it called? Nature's Madnesses. But now we've got Incineroar coming onto the field. That Intimidate isn't going to do anything to the Solgaleo thanks to its full metal body, which, you know, doesn't have lowering stats here, but is going to be able to take any sort of attack later on much easier. Nature's Madness going to go into that Duskmane Necrozma. See a little more of a threat here. Does get that half HP, and here we go. Steelium Z once more is probably going to go into that Incineroar. And again, I'm just going to sit here and talk about literally nonsense for the next couple of seconds, guys. So, yeah, I don't know. I really want to buy the tag team GX stuff. It's so cute. I really want the Gardevoir Sylveon card. It's so cute. The Latios one is really cute too. Yeah, I think so. Because it's a specialty move too, isn't it? Also, that would be so not cool if you had to do that for Lunala but not Solgaleo. That's rude. Anywho's, Hayley understanding that Solgaleo Z was going to go into her Kyurem White, switches out for that Incineroar, which still takes about half damage from it. So it's like it took a Nature's Madness, but Sunsteel Strike from Solgaleo, from Duskmane Necrozma does, oh gosh, a lot of damage into Terry's Tapu Fini. So both of Hayley's Pokemon take about half health, one because of Nature's Madness, one because of the Z move, and Terry's still sitting on a pretty nice HP count here. He does know, at least now, that, you know, there's the fake out potential here, so you can try to stop the Tapu Fini from going for the swaggers, going for heal pulses, but you also have the Incineroar who could go after the Solgaleo on Terry's side with the Flare Blitzes. It's just a matter of which one you're going to try to stop first, but Tapu Fini is going to get out of there, and we are going to get in that Incineroar as well from Terry's side of the field, and you know, gets the Intimidate onto the same Necrozma, because it doesn't have the same ability as Solgaleo. Fake out into, ooh, there's a superpower, and it is going to be a -1 and attack and defense now, but picks up the knockout on the Incineroar, and being able to knock out something like an Incineroar is really nice, especially so early in the game, because you get rid of the fake out, you get rid of the Intimidate, but Trick Room being set up by Hayley on her own now too, so this will be very interesting to see how this pans out. I think her Kyurem White was actually slower in Trick Room, but if her own Tapu Fini has Heal Pulse, that would be really funny, because now it's just a matter of, hey, we're going to Heal Pulse things as we can and see what happens. And there's that Tapu Fini, and we might actually just see those Heal Pulses. Terry does have Fake Out potential, so either he stops himself from getting hit, but, well, Trick Room is up. So you either fake out the Tapu Fini now, and Hayley protects her her Dustman and Cosmo she has to attack. And it's just a matter of what's going to get faked out, and will you be able to survive another attack. We still actually haven't seen a Z move from Hayley, like not in game 1. That Kyurem White most likely might actually carry the Z move because Tapu Fini and Incineroar definitely aren't the Pokemon that you would be giving a Z move for. So protect from Duskmane Necrozma here as Flare Blitz goes into that Duskmane Necrozma. And Nature's Madness from Tapu Fini is so now we're going to get damage onto the Solgaleo with Nature's Madness. So this is actually almost identical turns in some ways, but Sunsteel Strike now from Solgaleo and Teresa gonna go into Hayley's Tapu Fini. Yeah, this is fun, guys. I love mirror matches like this. Yeah, that's cool. I guess almost mirrors. Sure, still kind of the same. But yeah, so at least now that the fake out turn has been burned, Incineroar is actually faster. So taking a Flare Blitz here would actually be really bad for her. So Duskmane Necrozma is a really thick Pokemon, so if it survives a Flare Blitz, and it has like something like Weakness Policy, which is what a lot of Duskmane are running, it could be good for her. But brings in the Kyurem instead, which takes Flare Blitz really nicely. And there we are, that Flare Blitz from that Incineroar on Terry's side gonna go into what was that Duskmane Necrozma is now that Kyurem White. Look at that. Wow, that is actually still a lot of damage. Nature's Madness though, connecting again. What is this? All the Nature's Madnesses are connecting. And it's connecting with that Incineroar is gonna get down to a little bit under half health. Sunsteel Strike from Solgaleo is gonna happen as well. So actually going into either one, either slot would actually be really nice. It goes into that Kyurem White slot, so actually picks it up. Ooh, really misses the KO here. So if you're Hayley, you're breathing kind of a sigh of relief, but that's going to be really tough because you are going to go down to a Flare Blitz from this Incineroar on this turn. Getting doubled down like that is actually a really tough thing to kind of have happen to you. So I think Hayley has to decide if she's okay losing that Kyurem White this turn, or if she wants to keep it around for later on. And that's just going to be kind of rough. Yep, she decides she wants to keep it. Brings back in that Duskmane Necrozma, which is at half health right now. So actually, withdraw from the Solgaleo too. So now we're going to get, I think that Tapu Fini. Yeah, so Terry also brings out his own Tapu Fini as a U-turn from that Incineroar goes into that Duskmane Necrozma. So Duskmane Necrozma gets in at pretty okay health. You know, Kyurem White still in the back is at least able to survive that. And if Hayley knows that she could at least have the faster Tapu Fini in Trick Room, she should be able to. Oh, there we go. Nice heal pulse from her own Tapu Fini, going to heal up that Duskmane Necrozma. So being able to at least switch in and get that health heal back is very nice. Nobody's going to be able to swagger here today because both Tapu Finis are on the field and Misty Terrain has just expired. So Hayley has, lost her Incineroar, but has the Kyurem White in the back at, I think it was 9 HP, but Terry's still in a pretty good spot. I mean, a lot of his Pokemon have taken sort of like half damage, which is, I guess, what happens when you're running around with Nature's Madnesses everywhere, guys. So Hayley not quite out of it yet. That heal pulse Tapu Fini is going to be really nice, but Terry's still, I think, just in a little bit of a better spot. He's got, saving that Tapu Fini for later. Is probably going to bring in that Incineroar again. Yep, gets a -1 into the Duskmane Necrozma and the Tapu Fini, which I think is at -2 now. But Duskmane Necrozma, a little bit more terrifying to have a less attack here, as it goes for a Sunsteel Strike. It's going to be faster in that Trick Room, and it's going to be able to... and it's going to be able to go into that Incineroar. That -1 kind of really helping it there, as it does activate the barrier for Terry's Incineroar, so it is going to be around a little bit longer to be a bigger threat and has more HP to spare on that, as Icy Wind from Hayley's Tapu Fini is going to lower the speed stage of that Incineroar at least, and manage to give her that kind of speed advantage, and obviously not going to work on that Solgaleo because of that full metal body. Sunsteel Strike from Solgaleo, probably most likely going to the Tapu Fini on Hayley's side. It is a little bit more of a bigger threat than you probably anticipated if you were Terry, and now we've got Trick Room coming back up, so now it's going to be Solgaleo, Tapu Fini, and then Duskmane Necrozma, and Incineroar is in there somewhere. Incineroar is, as its first turn on the field, is going to have that fake out pressure as well, so it could stop. I think you would try to stop the Duskmane Necrozma, because it could try to set up Trick Room again, but I think if you're Hayley, you could also bring in Kyurem White and go for the heal pulse, which would be really fun. So, not out of it yet. you know, down to Pokemon, but not out of the game yet. So still some more things that she can do here. She's got some options out on the field. It just depends on what path she wants to take. Tapu Fini going for the Nature's Madness once more, connecting it again. What is this madness? Literally. That was an accident. I didn't even think about that one. Photon guys are there going into the going into the Solgaleo with literally nothing. As Incineroar goes for the U-turn into the Dusty Necrozma, is going to allow Terry to sort of pivot. I think we will be seeing that Tapu Fini come back onto the field because you're going to bring in that Misty Train, and you are still at a good enough health that you can go for the side swaggers and have a lot of fun with that. Yep, there we are. Tapu Fini on Terry's side of the field. Swoop almost mirror. It's just that Hayley's got the big kitty. But Trick Room from Solgaleo on Terry's side is gonna once again set this up. So, you know, here we are. Trick Room turns again. I think we did see from before the Duskmane Necrozma is gonna be faster in Trick Room than the Solgaleo. So that is something to kind of think about here as both of them have chosen to want to use sort of Trick Room variants. Tapu Fini on both sides both have heal pulses, so actually these would be really nice times to be able to either heal pulse or to be able to, Tapu Fini getting switched out for Incineroar once more. That actually is really nice, you know, trying to mitigate the damage from Hayley's Dustman. This is at a -2 now, Tapu Fini's at -3, obviously doesn't matter because it's Tapu Fini. Sunsteel Strike, not gonna do anything being at -2 here. Dustman and Cosmo being sort of like, physical attacker really kind of relies on that attack stat and to intimidate. It's just, yeah, is enough to get into the red, but not enough to, you know, kind of pick up the knockout. Here's Nature's Madness connecting again. Does get the Solgaleo though, and Solgaleo won't be able to heal unless that Tapu Fini is beside it. But Sunsteel Strike also going to connect on Hayley's Tapu Fini. However, Hayley's Tapu Fini is going to be able to, play, gets to pick up the knockout now on the Tapu Fini on Hayley's side, and I mean, now she's just with that Kyurem, no way to heal it. I think this game is actually just going to go to Terry because now there's big up potential on Terry's side of the field. And it's going to be, no, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. No, I'm curious. But Incineroar's going to be able to go for the fake out. I mean, there's just, I don't know, like, there's not a lot that Hayley can really do. Solgaleo won't be, Duskmane Necrozma is going to be really able to do much. It doesn't have enough firepower on its own now that it's at -2. Even, you know, with a weakness policy activation, if that's what it's carrying, you're going to be at neutral attack. You won't be able to really give Terry a run for his money here. And U-turn, you know, from that Incineroar, going to pick up the knockout here on that Kyurem White. And then we're going to have that Incineroar come back maybe later on. I mean, it's just, you're going to put the Duskmane Necrozma at -3 stages of attack for later on if it really needs to come to that. And I mean, we've got the Zygarde now here from Terry's side of the field. It gets the Misty Seed activation. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. There's nothing really that Hayley can kind of do here. -2, Duskmane Necrozma, even Sunsteel Strike. So I did literally nothing to that Solgaleo from before. That's just not a lot of damage that it's doing right now to that Zygarde either. And you know, now Terry reversing his own Trick Room because he's like, I want my Zygarde to be faster. I just want to get rid of this Pokemon here. I mean, a single target 1,000 arrows, even without any sort of activation, I think might actually be enough to just pick up this knockout here and just to double down into that. Yeah, I mean, we've got that. With Incineroar's going to be coming back on the field. Terry's going to get a -3 into this Duskmane Necrozma, and it's just nothing. I mean, yeah, you're just going to guarantee yourself some knockouts here because Coil's going to raise your attack, your accuracy, and your defense. So Terry's, you know, is going to be at +1 here in terms of 1,000 arrows, single target. Photon Geyser is going to do literally nothing. It is at -3 right now. This does mean, I think -3. I thought I'm counting wrong. But -3, it's just, I feel bad for this man. Gets faked out. He's not going to be able to attack on this turn. Another Coil. Terry's just kind of, I think, guaranteeing himself a single turn knockout here. Is at +2 for both attack, accuracy, and defense. And I mean, Tapu Fini could come back in here if he really wants to, side swagger and give himself some more attack. Or you could just go for the 1,000 arrows right now and just, you know, knock out this Duskmane. I mean, that's just how it goes. Yeah, there's that 1,000 arrows at +2, and it's going to be able to pick up that knockout. Oh no, not, I lied. I'm such a liar. There's a weakness policy, but now you're at -1 still in terms of attack. +2, I guess, in special attack. Actually, Photon Geyser is based off of stats, and I still don't know how the math works. Wow, that definitely did a lot. But Flare Blitz is going to pick up the knockout and give the game and the round to Terry Hong. So, ta-da! It smells like In-N-Out in here. Now I'm getting hungry. Aw, man. Yay! So, there you go. That's the round. So, see you guys in Top Cut as soon as we figure it out. It'll be interesting to see. We do have a top 8 cut, but top 4 points. So go get yourself a snack. I think that's actually everybody. So we'll figure out Top Cut in just a little bit. What time are we coming back for Top Cut? Yeah, okay. Well, we'll figure it out, guys. Bye.